This should be entertaining. Erik Sanden and Ryan Parker. Erik Sanden was born morbidly pale with webbed toes and enormous hands. As a child, he loved to lie, and he made up some huge whoppers. Now he channels sweeping exaggerations into original songs and has been singing Moon River over and over for the past month. Ryan Parker has been doodling stupid pictures from an undisclosed location somewhere in the US for a number of years now, all the while subsisting solely on a diet of coconut water and peanut butter and bacon sandwiches. Occasionally he's been asked to travel to distant planets in search of vast riches, but lately he's been on a quest we can all relate to find the perfect word that says, I'm sorry and you at the same time. Please welcome Erik Sanden and Ryan Parker.
That perfect word that combines screw you and I love you, is that it? And I'm sorry, is that what it is? Yes. Yeah. It is, I'm sorry, you just have to say it the right way. I'm sorry! Ben Judson asked me to talk about Taco Land, which is a legendary music venue that was here in San Antonio. It's very similar to other venues like CBGB's in New York City or Liberty Lunch in Austin, where bands would play original acts and to widely diverse crowds. And I thought at first I would do a historical, straight history of the club. But the more I thought about it, I thought that I would do a personal history. So this is strictly memories, which have all the attendant flaws. But I approached Ryan here, who is a world-class artist. He was the chief illustrator on Richard Linklater's movie A Scanner Darkly. And he's incredible, and he lives conveniently 1 block away from me. And he rules. So he came over and helped draw these memories. So like Thucydides, I'm trying to remain as close as possible to the truth. However, I did drink about 27,000 beers in the time that I went to Taco Land. So there are some holes and all of those things. So, fond memories. In 1989, when I was 17 years old, I arrived in San Antonio to go to college. I was enrolled at Trinity University. It was September, and it was hot as hell. I was in love with new wave and punk rock, so it wasn't long till I started a band with some guys who lived in my dorm. We wrote some terrible songs, couldn't get any girls to watch our rehearsals. Only Charles Fugate would watch. We needed a gig. I heard of a rough, sorta biker bar called Taco Land where bands played. So I telephoned. A man answered. It sounded like a jet airplane was roaring in the background. I spoke far too long, stammering about my band, my demo tape, my musical influences, etc. He cut me off. I can't hear you, pussy! And he hung up. I immediately called back. Hello, pussy! I was certain that I was speaking to some kind of pirate. This time I screamed, I have a band, I have a demo tape, I want to play. He told me, I quote, I don't need no fucking demo tape, pussy. He needed 2 things. He needed the name of my band and when we wanted to play. Ram, the owner/pirate, had a simple booking policy. He said yes. He would pair you with other bands, often with no forethought or concern. This made things weird and magical. The manifesto of Ram was yes. This is musician fuel. Ram fed this to us to help us go to musical places that we never thought possible. He charged me $1 for a pearl. This price never went up. With the fountain flowing, I did unspeakable things on stage. There was an enormous oak that loomed over the small building. Every time I had to piss, I'd crown myself on its low-hanging branch. Taco Land was smaller than most people's garages. The ceilings were what could euphemistically be called low. This made for intimacy. Taco Land had a TV at the back of the bar. I didn't notice it was there until 2003. It was never on. Ram hated sports. Now, when I go see a band and the TV is on, it kills my soul. I learned how to rock from bands I saw play Taco Land. Frank from the Sons of Hercules once opened up for the Sex Pistols. His stage presence was sneering, monstrous, exuberant. I learned that what you say in between songs is much more memorable than what you say during the song. A band called the Dog Shit Rangers played. The singer, Tom Smith, used a piece of cardboard as a guitar. Another band member was totally naked except for a package of hot dogs, which he taped over his crotch. Somehow, this is so much more disturbing than seeing his actual penis. Kiss the Baby meant drink from a plastic bottle that was filled with a horrid mishmash of liquor. Each night, patrons would sneak in the hard stuff. Monday, whiskey. Tuesday, some gin. Wednesday, schnapps, and so on. Of all of these, a portion was poured into the Sprite bottle. Oh God, kiss the baby. Taco Land archetypes. The indie rocker who listens to Pavement. The drug dealer. Hamburger man, a homeless dancer and hand liquor. The cute college girl and Doug Mannion, a highly educated eccentric who danced better than Hamburger Man. Doug Morgan, no relation to Doug Mannion, worked at Taco Land as the doorman. When he handled the door, we made $300. When others did it, 35 bucks. When I could afford it, I would employ him as my chauffeur, and I'd sit in the back of my old Dodge Dart, sipping champagne while Doug drove. We'd go everywhere. In 1998, I started a music project called Dial a Song. For 2 years, I wrote and recorded a new song each week and released it on an old answering machine. Every Monday, people from around the world would call my landline to hear a song. I took these 100 or so songs as the basis for a new band that began playing Taco Land in 2001. We called ourselves Buttercup as a direct challenge to the more macho, aggressive faction of the audience. Ram let us practice in the garage, and for a short time we were the Beatles of Taco Land. Although it was a mecca for bands and music lovers, Taco Land was far from safe. One night I was beat up by 5 older guys, including a large drug dealer named Chief. They beat me about the face and neck, calling me Buttercup. Fred Himes pulled me out of the scrum and probably saved my life. There was also a jukebox that had a racist song my girlfriend ran off with a nigger. I had to go outside when it came on. One night, Odie had had enough. He ran inside and shook the machine violently until it skipped past the song. Ram yelled, "Hey, fuck you, pussy!" That meant he loved Odie. So Taco Land could be a place for hate, but it was also a fountain of love. I met my partner Saletta there in 1997 at an Unables concert. We had a great conversation about law and order. She rode her bike there and looked like a sexy exotic animal. I still think Taco Land. In June 2005, the same night that the Spurs won the championship, I received the news that Ram and Doug Morgan were murdered at Taco Land. You might guess Ram's defiant last words. And Doug gave up his life and is a hero. Shortly after their deaths, I went back and I stood on the patio. It had somehow gotten much smaller. It wasn't an illusion. Without my friend's spirits, Taco Land literally shriveled up, becoming a shell. And although the tree continues to grow, they are gone. Taco Land is over.
Stand over here. non-hipsters and drug dealers named Chief, wanting to know if I go over there right now, what am I going to see under the tree?
Yeah, it's being turned into Taco Land version 2.
And your
opinion?
Yes.
I think they should put they should have bronzed. There was this layer of trash that went all the way down to the water. It was like 50,000 beer cans. They should have bronzed it and then put a dome preserving it. And let the homeless people live.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, now the original. No, what do you think? Now, seriously, since you had there wasn't safe at times to talk about it. Is that area going to be gentrified? Is that what do you? I mean, what do you think of that as a guy who played there and met your unicorn to her tiger or whatever? Which one you were? I don't know. That was sweet, by the way. That's up in your bathroom right now, isn't it? Or where?
He said, I'm going to take it up a notch. Right? It should be known Ryan also helped write the pieces and arrange it. So, I mean, he did a great job.
Where's the next Taco Land? Where do you see, where are people going now? Where would you tell them, hey, this is where I'm going to be playing or where I'm going to be hanging out?
Probably the next Taco Land is the 1033 Club on Avenue B. I think that's it.
Is that your after party tonight?
Yes.
Okay, and just a couple of, the Dog Shit Rangers, where can I see them?
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
They're not there anymore? That's incredible stuff. And where can people see that and get to see that? As great as it was to see that here on a slide, is that going to go into the ether or can people buy it?
I have no idea what we're going to do with this, but I'm online. Look me up, Ryan Parker.
And how about a book? E-book?
We're talking about some other things. Yeah, music videos and stuff. He's got a good song called I Cut Off My Penis. I removed my penis. And
how's that go?
It's self to animation, so I gotta do something with it.